Today is the appearance anniversary. We need some air conditioning.
It's working.
It's working? Okay. Yeah. On what temperature?
23.
It's too hot. Move it down to 20. It was really nice to hear the children singing the songs of Narottama Das Thakur. Best, though, everybody stop talking, please. Okay? You can talk all the rest of the day. Now it's my turn to talk. You can't possibly understand what I'm saying if you're talking while I'm talking, okay? It's common sense. Okay, what was I saying? Yeah, best would be to not only sing the songs, but to know what they mean. So, right now we're already overtime, starting overtime. So we don't have enough time to read the translations of all those songs. But in your own time, I recommend that you read those songs. Narottama Das Thakur was a very important acharya in our line, and he sings, he composed many beautiful songs. Like, for instance, as I recall, Sri Guru Vandanam is by Narottama Das Thakur, just for example. And he made one statement that Srila Prabhupada often quoted, Chadiya Vaishnav Seva Nistarpe Chakeba, that nobody can become relieved of material attachment without the favor of a Vaishnav. Now the word in that verse is seva, Vaishnav seva. It's not favor, it's seva, it's service. But Prabhupada translated it as favor. So obviously what that means is you get the favor of the Vaishnav by serving the Vaishnav. So today we're going to begin by reading, just a minute, I lost my place. Oh, that's 677. Yeah, by singing the Mana Siksha, which is teachings to the mind. It's another song by Narottama Das Thakur, and it's about Lord Nityananda. But because I can't sing it, Mataji's going to sing it. Do you have some people who are going to follow? They know how to follow? Okay, because I don't.
The bhajan is Nittai Pada Kamala. If you go to Google,
Half a cup.
type Nittai Pada Kamala lyrics, you will get it. I have shared in the group also, the English Sunday group. All the bhajans were shared.
Nittai Pada Kamala, Koti Chandra Sushitala.
Gaur Nitai Radha Krishna Bhakti
Krida kori dharo nitai pai.
Krida kori
Nitai pada kamala, koti chandra sushitala.
Nitai Pada Kamala Koti Chandra Sushitala
Sri sambandha nahi jara, vrita janma gilo tara.
Sai Sambandha Nahi Chara Prita Chama Kilo Chara
Ashu goro durachar.
Sai Pashu Poro Puracha
Nitai na bolila mukhe, majila samsara sukhe.
Nitai Nachilo Samsara Sukhe
Vidya kule ki kori betar.
Vitakule Ki Kori Beka
Nitai pada kamala, koti chandra sushitala.
Nitai Pada Kamala Koti Chandra Sushitala
Ahankare mata hoya, nitai pada pasariya.
Ankare
Asatye re satya kori mani. Nitai na bolila mukhe, majila samsara sukhe.
Nitaye Korunade Braje Radha Krishna Pade
Nitai karuna hobe, braje radha krishna pabe.
Nitaye Korunade Braje Radha Krishna Pade
Nitai charana dukhani. Nitai charana satyadhara sevaka nitya.
Satya Sahara Sevaka Nitya
Nitai pada sada koro asha.
Nitai Pada Sata Koro Asha
Narotama goro duki, nitai more koro sukhi.
Narotama Poro Tuki Nitai More Poro Tuki
Ranga charanera pasha.
Rakuranga Chadana Pasha
Nitai pada kamala, koti chandra sushitala.
Nitai Pada Kamala Koti Chandra Sushitala Srila Narottam Das Thakur Ki Jai Srila Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parvajakacharya Stotra Sata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. ISKCON BBT founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nam Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. Prem Sikho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasudeva Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Go Gopinath Shamakunda Radhakunda Giri Govardhan ki jai. Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Mayapur Dham ki jai. Ganga Mai ki jai. Jamuna Mai ki jai. Bhakti Devi ki jai. Tulsi Devi ki jai. Jamuna Mai ki jai. Shri Mayapur Dham ki jai. ISKCON Mira Road ki jai. Sankirtan Yagya ki jai. Srila Nityananda Prabhu ki jai. Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pastaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namani Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurvani Vicharni Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Bastaya Desatarani. Those prayers that I just chanted are called the Prema Dwani prayers. And during the Prema Dwani prayers, you're supposed to bow down in Panch Pranams. Now it's a little difficult with the seating arrangement, but at least the children in the front, you can bow down, okay? When you bow down, it helps to make you humble. If you just sit there like this, just like a corporation executive or something, that's not going to help you. You should bow down, Panch Pranams. If you see videos or photos of Srila Prabhupada with his disciples, when the Prema Dwani prayers are being chanted, all the devotees are bowing down. That's the example you should follow, okay? Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshu Militanjena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Vanchakalpa Turupyascha Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Patitanan Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. I offer my respectful obeisances unto all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord who can fulfill the desires of everyone just like desire trees and who are full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 In the first chapter, is this on? This has to go up more. Yeah, then you have to make it really tight.
It's tight.
Okay. In the first canto, Hare Krishna doesn't sound like it's... Sometimes it works, but not all the time. Something wrong here.
Hare Krishna.
It's not stable.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay. In the first chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, in a purport, Srila Prabhupada speaks about the process of hearing, the exchange of hearing between the speaker and the audience. And he says the first requirement to make the hearing process successful is the eagerness of the audience to hear. That means you. The second requirement is that the speaker is coming in line of disciplic succession. That means your responsibility here is greater than mine. Because if you aren't hearing attentively, if you aren't eager to hear, there'll be no communication. Just keeps falling down. It's so annoying.
Okay, don't touch.
So the tendency is, in this world, everybody has tons of things in their mind about their job, about their family, about prasadam. And then when you pay attention to all these things in your mind, you can't hear properly, okay? So therefore, kick out everything that's in your mind now, that's cluttering it up, clean house in your mind, and just hear, okay? Much of what's going to happen now is that I'm going to be reading Srila Prabhupada's purport to this song. It's a relatively long purport. So my experience is that when someone is reading, our tendency is to fall asleep. We get bored, okay? So this will be a test of your ability to pay attention. There are profound statements in this purport, and even one of those statements can completely change your whole life if you actually hear it and retain it. Because hearing, real hearing means, it doesn't mean just, it's different than listening. Hearing means you're absorbing it. And Srila Prabhupada also,
Say something.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishnananda Prabhu. The temple needs to invest in some good sound equipment. This is ridiculous. Okay, try this for now. Okay. So what was I saying? Now I forget what I was saying. Do you remember what was I saying?
About hearing. Hearing is...
Yeah. Oh yeah. Prabhupada also said that real hearing, please don't talk. Prabhupada said real hearing means to apply what you've heard. Hello, you left the door open. Hello. Srila Prabhupada told a story about a business executive who was interviewing two young men for a position. Please don't talk. Deal with it without talking. He was interviewing two young men for a position. So the two men were waiting outside, and then the secretary called the first one in, and the business executive spoke to him for a few minutes, interviewed him, asked him questions, and then he said, okay, thank you, you can go out. Then the second one came in, and and closed the door behind him. And then the interviewer was asking him questions, and then the second one went out. So the executive said to his secretary, you know, that first young man is really, really qualified for this position. The second young man is not so qualified, but I'm going to hire the second one. So the secretary said, well, if the first one is so qualified and the second one is not qualified, why are you going to hire the second one? And the executive said, because the second one closed the door behind him. So that means he can be trained. You got that back there? Hello? The one who left the door open? Did you hear that?
Yes.
Okay. Being Krishna conscious also means being conscious of, like, the little things around us. What's going on around us? For instance, Srila Prabhupada said, when he hears a door slam, he said it cracks his heart. There are lots of little ways in which we can remember Krishna just by simple things, a lot of which are common sense. Srila Prabhupada said Krishna consciousness is mostly common sense. So, purport to this song we just sang. This is a very nice song sung by Narottama Das Thakur. He advises that Nitai Pada, the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda, Kamala means lotus, and Pada means feet, are a shelter where one will get the soothing moonlight, not only of one, but of millions of moons. We can just imagine the aggregate total value of the soothing shine of millions of moons. In this material world, Jagat, which is progressing toward hell, there's always a blazing fire, and everyone is struggling hard without finding peace. Therefore, if the world wants to have real peace, it should take shelter under the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda, which are cooling like the shining of a million moons. So everyone is engaged in what Prabhupada called the hard struggle for existence, right? All day, every day. Responsibilities just to keep body and soul together. Shopping, cooking, going to the job, etc., maintaining your motor scooter, whatever. It's all a struggle. Keeping your place clean. It takes time, it takes energy, right? But if that's all we do is just struggle hard for existence without any spiritual quality, it's depressing. It's not a happy life. Happiness can be only can be found in Krishna consciousness. And here we're getting a clue to that. Judaya means relief. Everybody's looking for relief. But usually when people look for relief, they find it in something else. They find it in watching television, or Netflix, or smoking pot, or drinking beer, or something like that. Probably in India you have some other things that you do too that I don't know anything about, but anyhow, you understand. Those things don't give relief. They don't really give relief. They're just a temporary escape. But here's real relief. If one actually wants relief from the struggle of existence and actually wants to extinguish the blazing fire of material pangs, Narottama Das Thakur advises, please take shelter of Lord Nityananda. What will be the result of accepting the shelter of the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda? He says, Heno Nitai Bine Bhai. Unless one takes shelter under the shade of the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda, Radha Krishna Perte Noi, it will be very difficult for him to approach Radha Krishna. The aim of this Krishna consciousness movement, you've all joined the Krishna consciousness movement. Now you're going to find out what the purpose is, what the aim is. The aim of this Krishna consciousness movement is to enable us to approach Radha Krishna and associate with the Supreme Lord in his sublime pleasure dance. No matter how much money you make, you're not going to get that. And even if you go to university, you're not going to get that. Especially if you go to university, you're not going to get that. Narottama Das Thakur advises that if one actually wants to enter into the dancing party of Radha Krishna, he must accept the shelter of the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. Now, sometimes devotees wonder, they hear this and they think, okay, well, how do I do that? How do I get the shelter of the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda? And there have been occasions in our movement when, like one temple I visited in 1974 or 75, they were really absorbed in the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. And they would especially focus on songs about Lord Nityananda. They had posters on the wall of his lotus feet, the soles of his lotus feet, and verses. They posted verses about Lord Nityananda, etc., etc. But Prabhupada said this is not the way to do it. We should worship Lord Nityananda or remember Lord Nityananda in the same way that Srila Prabhupada did. Prabhupada didn't make excessive arrangements for focusing attention on Lord Nityananda. Rather, we worship Lord Nityananda in connection with or in the association of Lord Chaitanya and the other members of the Panchatattva. That's how we worship Lord Nityananda. Also, another very important way is that Lord Nityananda is non-different from Balaram, Lord Balaram. He's not an expansion of Lord Balaram. He's the same as Lord Balaram. Therefore, if you read in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, which we have here today available for you, you'll see that in the chapter entitled The Glories of Lord Nityananda, most of the chapter is actually about Lord Balaram, because they're non-different. So anyway, we shouldn't get concerned about this, the emphasis that this song is placing on getting the mercy of Lord Nityananda. You don't have to do anything different or anything special. We sing these songs sometimes, but other than that, we chant Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda before we chant Hare Krishna. And also because Lord Balaram is known as the original guru, therefore Lord Nityananda, being the same as Lord Balaram, is also the original guru. And your spiritual master, your Diksha Guru, is supposed to be an expansion of Lord Nityananda. He's supposed to be representative of Lord Nityananda. What was Lord Nityananda famous for? Well, two things mainly. Well, one thing most. He was especially remembered or honored because of his being very merciful. And therefore he was a big preacher. So if we want to get, first of all, so you have a guru, you have an initiating guru, you better be sure that your guru is a preacher. he's preaching the glories of the Lord. Otherwise, if he's not preaching, he's useless. And Srila Prabhupada said that preaching means distributing books. So if you have a guru so Srila Prabhupada, we all know, more than anything else, Prabhupada sometimes emphasized various things, like sometimes he put big emphasis on the Gurukula, and sometimes big emphasis on farms. But especially more than anything else, the greatest emphasis he put, if you study his pastimes in the Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita and other books, and if you hear his lectures, you will see that what Srila Prabhupada emphasized more than anything else was the distribution of his books. So if we want to, so first of all, choosing a guru is probably the most important decision you'll ever make in your life. And you better be sure you get a good one. Now, sometimes devotees think that anyone in ISKCON who has been approved by the GBC to be an initiating guru, he's automatically a transparent via medium to Srila Prabhupada. That's not necessarily so. We hope he is, but he may not be. Therefore, it's always the responsibility of the disciple. Don't put it on the GBC. It's the responsibility of the disciple and the faith he has in a particular individual to choose his own guru. It's nobody else's business. It's his business. When the GBC approves somebody as an initiating guru, what they're saying is that at this point in time, this person has been approved by the senior members of the area in which he's preaching, and we ourselves, as members of the GBC, we have no reason, we have not seen any reason why he should not be allowed to initiate disciples. So it's not exactly like a stamp of approval. It's more like a stamp of, it's more like a no objection certificate. You understand? This is not to, I was telling this to one community in Russia, and they got very upset. They said that this makes us doubtful about our gurus, and we don't want to be doubting them. So they banned me from preaching in that particular community. But I'm not saying anything unusual. It's just that most devotees don't know about these things. They don't read the resolutions of the GBCs. But this is actually what the GBC's position is. They are not guaranteeing that necessarily this person will now and forevermore speak exactly the absolute truth and transparently represent Srila Prabhupada. They're not saying that. They're saying that at this point in time, we have studied this person's character, and he has the approval of the other leaders in which he has been preaching for many years, and therefore we see no reason why he should not be allowed to initiate disciples. You understand? But it's your responsibility as the disciple or aspiring disciple. You have to choose which one. From your perspective, from your realizations and from your study of Srila Prabhupada's life and teachings, to pick the one that you feel is most, most transparently representing Srila Prabhupada. And especially this is in regard to this one point about preaching. Just like this, if the spiritual master is supposed to be the representative of Lord Nityananda, but then Lord Nityananda, what is his main quality? It's mercifulness. Srila Prabhupada said Lord Nityananda is the mercy representation of the Lord. So merciful means preaching, expanding Krishna consciousness. And you may think, well, I'm not qualified, I'm just a materialist, just an adoti, something like that. You know, devotees sometimes you're too hard on yourselves. You condemn yourselves and disqualify yourselves. But whatever you know, whatever you understand about Krishna consciousness, about Srila Prabhupada and his books, whatever you have realized, it's much, much more than the other people out on the street have understood. Much, much more than your workmates or your schoolmates or anybody else. You're already way, way, way ahead of them. And therefore, it is your responsibility to give them whatever you have learned or whatever you have understood. Sometimes you have to be a little bit indirect or a little bit subtle about it. Sometimes the only way you can give them Krishna consciousness is to give them prasadam. You give them the same things that they're normally eating, but you offer them, you make them yourself with love and devotion and offer them to Krishna. And so therefore, just by taking prasadam, they can be purified. Somehow or other, expose them to Krishna consciousness. Have a recording of a kirtan playing or something like that. Just like at Bhaktivedanta Hospital, not all the staff are ISKCON devotees. Many are, maybe most, but not all. And certainly not all the patients are ISKCON devotees. But they're exposed all the time to Srila Prabhupada's chanting, and they're exposed to devotees and how devotees relate with each other, etc., etc. So therefore, they're getting purified even if they don't know it. So anyway, the way to get the shelter of the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda then is to take shelter at the lotus feet of your guru. Just make sure you have the right guru, that's all. There's a verse in the Bhagavad Gita, what's that verse? How's it go? Vyavasayatmika budhir ekeha krunandana bahushaka hyanantascha budhayo vyavasayanam. Now that verse just says that we should be one-pointed, ekeha krunandana. It doesn't say anything about the guru. But Srila Prabhupada, sometime in the 50s, 1950s, he read a purport by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, one of our great acharyas, who said that ekeha krunandana, that one-pointedness means to be one-pointed on the instructions of your guru. And then that takes you to Krishna. Srila Prabhupada said, by the grace of Krishna, one gets guru. By the grace of the guru, one gets Krishna. And he also said that Guru and Krishna are like two rails of a railroad track. You have to have both. It's not one or the other. It's not that you worship the Guru but neglect Krishna, or you worship Krishna but you neglect the Guru. Both have to be there. So in the same way, with Lord Nityananda, It's not that we put special emphasis on Lord Nityananda and then ignore the rest of the Panchatattva, for example. But at certain times, certain special days, we put special emphasis. Like, for instance, in your family. In your family, there's love and affection among the family members, we hope. And, but on a birthday, you put special emphasis on honoring this particular person. That's one day a year, okay? So in the same way, we put special emphasis on Lord Nityananda, this one day a year. But the rest of the time, we are honoring him anyway by chanting this Panchatattva Mahamantra and by engaging in Sankirtan. Srila Prabhupada often mentioned the incident of Lord Nityananda's liberating Jagai and Madhai. He calls them dacoits. He said they were drunkards. Srila Prabhupada's being really generous in just calling them drunkards. Because I heard from one Bengali person who had studied Bengali history that Jagai and Madhai were actually really, really terrible characters. They were criminals. They weren't just drunk. Prabhupada softens it a little bit. But apparently they were like gangsters. What they were doing daily was killing people, raping, burning down places, robbing, all kinds of things. They were gangsters. Whatever concept you have of a gangster, okay, that's those guys, Jagai and Madhai. And Lord Nityananda approached them and asked them to chant Hare Krishna. And then, even after they attacked him, he went back again the next day and again asked them to chant Hare Krishna. Now just think, if you somehow or other you had accidentally approached a gangster on Sankirtan and he attacked you, what would you do? Now, one thing that's not mentioned is that story, because Haridas Thakur was also with Lord Nityananda. They ran away from Jagai and Madhai. But probably because these guys were gangsters, probably they ran after Jagai and Madhai. But apparently, Lord Nityananda and Haridas Thakur got away. So apparently, Lord Nityananda and Haridas Thakur were very fast runners. But that's not mentioned in the story. It's just something that occurred to me. They must have been running very fast. But now, just think if it was you. What would you do after that experience? You would run back to the temple, probably crying, right? And maybe just take rest for the next 2 days because of being so traumatized. You wouldn't go back. You would think, maybe better that I go to some meditation society and try to distribute books to them because they're peaceful people. So it's an incredible example. If we really think about it, it's just amazing. But to worship the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda doesn't mean we have to imitate that. It doesn't mean that in order to be a devotee of Lord Nityananda, you have to approach gangsters. It's not what it means. The difference between imitating and following is that you follow the example, but you adjust it according to your own capacity. your own capability. Imitating means you try to do exactly the same thing. Many years ago, it was probably about 1988, something like that. No, it must have been later. About 30 years ago, I happened to be in the ISKCON, New York, and somehow or other, several sannyasis were visiting at the same time. They happened to just all be there at the same time from different places for different purposes. And that was just around the time that laptop computers were coming out. And each sannyasi had a danda. In those days, sannyasis carried dandas. These days, they don't usually carry dandas. But in those days, each sannyasi had a danda, and each sannyasi had a notebook computer. So I was thinking humorously, I was thinking in my mind, like sarcastically sort of. So if I get a laptop computer, then can I be a sannyasi? It's not the laptop computer that makes him a sannyasi. So there's a difference between imitating and following. We don't have to imitate Lord Nityananda, but we have to understand the principle. The principle is, first of all, getting the mercy of the Lord by pleasing the Lord and the Lord's devotees, by practicing Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, so we have spiritual strength. Because when you go out to meet non-devotees, it can be sometimes unpleasant, even a little bit traumatic. On 2 occasions when I was out distributing books, the person I was speaking to pulled a gun on me. I was a little pushy, you know, so like one of the guys in particular, when, you know, I asked him to take a book and he said no. Then I asked him a second time and he said no. And then the third time he pulled out the gun, pointed it at my head, and he said, I said no. I said, yeah, sure, okay, well, have a nice day. You know, I turned around. But you can have really wonderful experiences. And sometimes it's amazing the wonderful people that you can meet. And it's such a great feeling that you're helping them start on the path back home, back to Godhead. You're helping them get out of samsara, the cycle of birth and death. Without the mercy of a Vaishnava, there's no possibility. They have no hope. So that's the importance of being a Vaishnava. And that's the importance of preaching. And everybody we approach, we should be thinking, we should be praying, dear Lord, please reveal to me how I can help this particular individual get closer to Krishna. So that's following in the footsteps of Lord Nityananda. And presuming that your guru is a transparent medium of Srila Prabhupada, then that's the way you're pleasing your guru too. So now, I got too absorbed in talking, so now we don't have time to read the rest of this purport. But it's really an inspiring purport. I suggest that, of course, today isn't the appearance anniversary of Lord Nityananda, it was yesterday. But the program was scheduled for today, so you probably weren't here yesterday. But in your own time, let's say, for instance, you're going home this evening, this afternoon, gather the family together and read this purport to this song. And read the translations of the other songs that the Gurukula children were singing also. Okay, any questions? Yes, ma'am. Very loudly.
What is the difference between guru and teacher in spirituality?
Did you hear what she said?
What's the difference between guru and teacher of spirituality?
Teacher of what?
Spirituality.
Bichali?
Spirituality.
Spirituality?
Like in Krishna consciousness, as we heard, we can learn. Can I come here?
Yeah. Come.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. As per my understanding, in our culture, what we told is we can learn anything from anyone about the God or about Krishna. So, we are guru or we consider them as teacher? And how we can find our single guru? Like you said, if we want to elevate ourselves to reach Krishna, how we can check or how we can get our guru?
I'm not sure I understood exactly. You said we can learn anything from anyone?
Yes, like regarding Krishna, sometimes like to elevate, to remove our problems like ego or other negative things we have, right? Like ego, id, so that are deviating us to learn more about Krishna or to become a devotee. They come, or our responsibilities are there in this samsara.
Do you understand?
I didn't follow, sorry. I was...
Like we have ahankar, Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh. So these are there in sansar, in our surroundings.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how we can elevate ourselves? You said with the guidance of Guru, we can remove them from our life or we can reduce them, right? Am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So sometimes we learn these things from the people around us, like devotees.
Okay.
So we consider them as devotee. So how we call them as devotee, or we call them as teacher, or how we identify our own guru who can elevate us more to reach Krishna?
Okay, I think I understand now. Yeah, every devotee of Krishna, in one sense, is a guru. The Shiksha Guru. Shiksha Guru means one who gives relevant instruction to bring you closer to Krishna. So that can be anyone, any devotee. Even Shiksha Guru can be, theoretically, can be a non-devotee. Like Bilvamangal Thakur. He went through so much difficulty to approach this prostitute. He went through a whole storm and to get to the prostitute. And when he got there, the prostitute was so surprised that he went through so much difficulty to get to her. And she said, you know, if you spent this much difficulty trying to get to Krishna, you'd be a pure devotee. And when he heard that, he just turned around and started on the road to Vrindavan. So even theoretically, a non-devotee can be a Shiksha Guru in a sense. There are different kinds of Shiksha Gurus. For instance, one kind of Shiksha Guru is called Vartma Pradashika Guru. It means the one who shows the path. The first time I heard the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra was from a long-haired hippie. He was not a devotee of Krishna, but he taught me the mantra. So anyway, yeah, they're also gurus. They're teaching you something about Krishna. They're helping you to become more Krishna conscious. Yes, they're also gurus. They're Shiksha Gurus, those who give instructions. And Prabhupada says in the Chaitanya Charitamrita that the person from whom you take the most instruction, the Shiksha Guru from whom you take the most instruction, that person will naturally become your Diksha Guru, your initiating Guru. You understand? There's a relationship that develops, and you and the Guru both make a commitment. Before initiation, it may not be, there may not be exactly a commitment. But the Diksha, the initiation, makes it serious. It's a commitment. It's like when you rent a flat. You both agree. You're the tenant, you agree, the owner agrees, okay, then everything's okay. You may be able to do what in England they called squatting. You find an empty house and you just go and live there. But that's not the idea. You should rent a flat and have an agreement, a written agreement with the owner. So in like that, when Diksha, in one sense, is a formality. Prabhupada said it's a formality. He said the real initiation is when you are committed to following the process of Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. That's the real initiation. And he said, my touch is just a formality. But it's an important formality. Does that help you? No?
Like whatever they teaches us, if we start practicing in our life or to elevate ourselves towards Krishna. Now in India, for example, now
What's that?
in our country, in India, Premanand ji is there.
What's
Premanand,
that?
Premanand.
What's she saying?
Premanand.
What do you mean by Premanand?
He is also a guru. He teaches us also regarding the things to remove kam, krodh, lobh, moh. So can we make him also a guru? Like we are starting practicing what he is teaching us in our life, or like it's an agreement, right?
It's not necessary.
Okay.
Because that's like a sort of mechanical, artificial way to do it. But the real way to do it is to practice Krishna consciousness, and kama, lobha, krodha, all these things, they'll naturally disappear. You have to replace the bad with the good. Vishayavani vartante naraharasya dehinaha vasavajan rasopya shapadan drishva navartate. That we all have these bad qualities, like you're saying.
Yeah.
But by getting a higher taste of pleasure, these things go away. So the higher taste of pleasure comes from Krishna conscious practice.
So whomsoever we are getting knowledge to remove these negative things like kam, krodh, lobh, so these are our educational teachers, right?
These
Or
are what?
Shikshak Guru, which you told.
Maybe,
Okay.
maybe not. I mean, because there are a lot of materialistic people that teach these same things. You know, that things like that, just to remove these qualities by themselves, we could say that's in the mode of goodness, but it's still material. You become a better person, you become a good person, but it's still material. You're not, it doesn't mean you're going to transcend the material world. You can only, in other words, there's a saying that the good is the enemy of the best. The best is Krishna consciousness. When you become Krishna conscious, you automatically don't have these qualities. Try to develop these qualities artificially, separately, it's not really necessary, and it's a waste of time. Those people teaching those things, okay, they may be useful. I wouldn't exactly call them shiksha gurus.
But what I feel is, if we started applying on ourselves, right, whatever they guide us, some things are there. For example, if I do good things to others, helping others, Krishna consciousness, we also learn to help somebody, to guide them, what Prabhupada ji told.
You're helping them how? With Krishna consciousness?
Yeah, like to to guide them the right path to know.
But what's the
more
right
about-
path?
Yeah, like Prabhupada ji told, right, to have more knowledge, more information about Krishna, who is he, how we can go more towards Krishna.
Yes, exactly.
So like that.
Then you're a guru.
No, sir.
Yes. No, you are. If you're teaching somebody how to come closer to Krishna, you're a Shiksha guru.
So like that, he is also teaching us to reach towards Krishna with his guidance. So he is also our guru. Like that, if any other is teaching, and we are adapting on life.
Anybody who's helping you to get closer to Krishna is a Shiksha guru. But just teaching you to be a nicer person, a better person without Krishna consciousness is not very useful. It's not very important.
Okay.
Like for instance, sometimes people talk about expanding consciousness, expanding your consciousness, right? But Srila Prabhupada said, it's just like the sun and the sunshine. Without the sun, there's no question of sunshine. Like there are some songs about the sunshine. What's that song? I know a couple of songs.
Actually, that's a Hindi movie song. Give me some sunshine, give me some rain.
Yeah,
Give me another chance,
but not so much about the sun. It's about the sunshine.
Yeah.
And sometimes people say, let's say on a summer day, I'm going out in the sun. They're not going out in the sun. The sun is this huge thing, billions of miles away. What they mean is they're going out in the sunshine. Without the sun, there's no such thing as shining. So in the same way, without Krishna, there's no question of developing good qualities, really good qualities. It's superficial. This, eliminating the lust, greed, anger, and stuff like that. You aren't going to be able to do it forever without Krishna.
But if we are doing with Krishna,
Yes.
eliminating all these
Yes.
lust or
Yes.
these negative calm growth.
Yes.
So how we can elevate more? Suppose I can say, but
Do it
sometimes,
more.
like to more go towards Krishna and reduce as much as I can them. But as we are living in materialistic world, these things come up with the time, right?
Yeah, so therefore you should chant and hear about Krishna as much as you can, and that will immunize you from all these bad qualities. Okay. Srila Prabhupada said, you should organize your life in such a way that you have maximum opportunity for hearing and chanting. There's so many opportunities.
Yeah.
Like for instance, when people go in the shower in the morning, they wake up, they go in the shower. What are they doing in the shower? They're getting the body clean. What are you doing with your mind? Most people are planning their day. That's what they do with their mind. Of course, the day has to be planned. But besides using our thinking power to plan the day or something like that, what about the quality of what we're thinking? So the more we chant, then the better will be the quality of our thinking, and the more we'll be in touch with Krishna's thinking. Krishna consciousness means, in one sense, it means to be conscious of Krishna, but it also means to develop a consciousness like Krishna's, to see things the way Krishna sees them. And the more we chant Hare Krishna and study Srila Prabhupada's books, the more we will see things the way Krishna sees them. It's nice to be, how do you say, not be angry and not have lust and anger and all these things. But there are many, many materialistic people who have those qualities, but they're still materialists because they don't have Krishna. They may be somewhat in the mode of goodness, but they're still in the material world. Prabhupada gives the example of the first-class prisoner and the third-class prisoner, okay? So first-class prisoner, he's in a prison, but maybe he gets better facilities because he's nicer or something. But he's still in prison. So it doesn't matter how nice you are, how sweet you are, how free from lust you are, greed, anger, whatever. But without Krishna, you can't maintain it. It's not possible. It's artificial.
So to elevate, like to be more with towards Krishna's characteristics, so that we can live our life more happily with us, like to make our soul more happy. Uh, as you said, we need a guru.
What's that?
We need a guru.
Yes.
Yeah. So how we can identify that guru who will more elevate us towards the Krishna's characteristics?
You can experience. Are you becoming more Krishna conscious and less materially attached? Like there's a verse in Bhagavad Gita 4:34 that says the way is that you inquire from the guru submissively. Tadvidi pranapatena prataprasnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnanena tapadarshinaha. Because he knows the truth. You inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. Then you can test to see, is this my guru? There's another prayer we chant. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanat Shalakaya Chakshun Militan Jaina Tasmai Shri Gurve Namaha. I offer obeisances to my guru who has relieved me of ignorance with the transcendental light of knowledge. So if you don't know yet who your guru is, it could be that your eyes have not been opened yet. Because when your eyes are opened and you find someone who is reciprocating your service, he's accepting your service, and also he's giving you knowledge. Upadekshanti. He initiates you into knowledge. And you feel confident that this person is already helping me get closer to Krishna and can continue to help me forever. Then you take initiation. And you have to be sure also that you are ready to follow the principles strictly for the rest of your life. Okay?
And one more thing.
But there's another point.
Okay.
In one sense, you see, you're surrounded by gurus.
Yeah.
You know, they're senior devotees, people who are more senior than you. They're more experienced. You can inquire from them. They'll help you progress and progress and progress and progress. It's not that the initiating guru is the only guru.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. And thank you for being courageous enough to ask these questions. Because sometimes people have these questions, but they're too shy to ask them. So probably the questions that you asked, I would imagine there are probably several other people here who had similar questions. So you represented them. Okay, now, we're running out of time. We're over time, actually.
Prabhuji, I also want.
Yes?
May I?
Okay.
Come close.
Krishnananda Prabhu, we have time?
Last, maybe one.
Last.
Huh?
Last one.
Last point, okay.
May I ask?
Yes.
Yeah, but you better say loudly.
I deeply follow Premanandji Maharaj of Vrindavan.
Wait. Who's Premanandi Maharaj?
Yeah. He's from Vrindavan. He's son.
Huh?
Saint.
Same type, Guru, not from ISKCON.
He's not from ISKCON.
Okay, forget it then. Just forget it. No, he's not from ISKCON, forget it. I don't care what he's like, how nice he is, just forget it. No, listen, you have to be focused. Ekeha Kurunandana. We focus on Srila Prabhupada and his teachings and those who are representing Srila Prabhupada. That's what we do here. You want to focus on Premanandi, whoever he is, go ahead. But I'm not going to answer any questions about Premanandi. I don't know anything about him. But if he's not in ISKCON, I don't want to know about him. Okay?
So can I ask?
No.
No, not regarding him.
Not about him.
Not about him.
Okay.
If someone guide us towards Radharani and Krishna, and I consider him my guru from my heart, however, I have not received diksha from him, it is spirituality correct to accept a guru without diksha based on sincere faith and transformation? And I understand that in this lifetime a guru is necessary to connect us to Radharani and Krishna, and that without a guru one cannot truly reach God. I have not taken formal diksha, but from my heart I have accepted that he is my guru, and I follow his teaching sincerely. Is diksha mandatory to be connect to Krishna, or can one connect to God by sincerely accepting a guru in the heart and following his guidance without even formal diksha?
Yeah, the thing is that we have to be a little bit, how do you say, cautious about this thing about following my heart. Because following your heart is not good enough. You also have to follow your intelligence. Prabhupada said that, well, how would he say it? That philosophy without religion is just dry academics. But religion without philosophy is sentimentality. So how do you know that what you feel in your heart is spiritual or material? Like sometimes people say, listen to the small voice within you. Yeah, well, there's more than one small voice within me. So how do you know which voice to listen to? So what you're feeling is likely, because of material conditioning, it's likely to be sentimentality. Therefore, we need to balance it with philosophy. And since Srila Prabhupada is very obviously the foremost acharya, the foremost proponent of Krishna consciousness in modern times, therefore we should get our guidance, get our instruction from somebody who's following Srila Prabhupada. Guru means that he follows his guru. If he doesn't follow his guru, then he's not a guru. Then he's a boo-boo. So we have to follow somebody who's following Srila Prabhupada. Okay? And everybody else may be very nice, and we should be respectful to them and ignore them.
So is it compulsory to take?
What's that?
Is it compulsory to take diksha?
Ultimately, yes. But when you're ready to make that commitment. But in the meantime, if you're taking guidance, you're taking instruction, fine. You're making advancement. Just make sure you got the right guru.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, now. Hare Krishna. Well, my plan has changed a little bit. I didn't expect all this. I was going to, the Gurukula children in a few minutes are going to chant the Nityananda Ashtakam. Why doesn't this, I was going to read the translation first, but I think we're running out of time. We're way over time, actually. So I just want to bring one thing to your attention before the children start chanting. Please don't talk in the back. Hello? Just because you're in the back doesn't mean you can talk. If you're outside, you can talk. So bring your attention to Srila Prabhupada's books. Of course, I presume all of you are somewhat familiar with Srila Prabhupada's books, but you can become more familiar with Srila Prabhupada's books. And you should become more familiar with Srila Prabhupada's books. And therefore, everyone should have in their home a set of Srimad Bhagavatams and a set of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, and also, like this gentleman here, a set of Srila Prabhupada Leelamrita, right? You have? Right? Some few months ago? Yeah. And should read these books. And if you already have these books, then what about friends and relatives? You give gifts to them sometimes. What do you give as gifts? Something that facilitates the ladies' work in the kitchen or something? Or like where I come from in America and also Russia, when people don't know what to give you, they give you socks. You know, sometimes in the past I've had so many pairs of socks, it's like I'm a centipede or something. Why do I need so many socks? So if you don't know what to give somebody, give them the best thing. Give them Srila Prabhupada's books. And they may not appreciate it at first, but still, just having that book in their home, Prabhupada said it's like having Narayan in your home. And at some point, someone in that family is going to pick up the book and start reading it. Prabhupada said, even if you just touch the book, you make so much advancement. If you just read one word, you make so much advancement. These are not ordinary books. They're very special books. So please, don't take some money that you would otherwise waste on something stupid, because everybody's buying stupid things, right? I mean, let's be honest, okay? And invest your money, rather, in Srila Prabhupada's books. And if you don't have any cash with you, then we can accept electronic payment. What languages do we have Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita in?
Here we have Hindi, English.
What's that?
Hindi and English, both we have.
Hindi and English.
Yeah, and others also we have in the shop.
Uh-huh.
Marathi, Gujarati, all the languages.
Oh, okay. Well, right here we have Hindi and English, right?
Yeah.
How much for a set of Chaitanya Charitamrita?
For Hindi it's 3,800.
3,300?
800. 8.
3,800 for Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita in Hindi.
English 3,200.
3,200 in English. See? Good to know English. Save money. And if you feel that you can't afford such a big investment, then you can buy Bhagavad Gita, Krishna book. Without your mercy, your friends and relatives are lost. Okay? The socks aren't going to give them much benefit, or whatever else you're giving them. But this is the best gift you can give to anyone. Okay? Now we have these two gentlemen over here. Who's going to keep the score? You're going to keep the score. What you have to record is the number of volumes of each title. And you also have to record the particular language. Okay? So while the children are chanting Nityananda Ashtakam, okay, I think we have to, should we stop this now?
We can leave it here.
Okay, well, it's a little bit in the way. Can you put this away? This bottle. Yep. Okay, I'm going to distribute some prasadam now. And while the children are chanting Nityananda Ashtakam, you can come up and get your prasadam. And
Your donation.
what? Okay. Oh, Krishna.
And also you can put your donation here in this box for...
What? Not for the books.
Huh?
That's not for the books.
It's not for the books, it's just for Maharaj, for supporting his preaching, and so you can give him the second gift. First gift you gave by your rapt attention. You were very attentive listening. The second gift you can give some donation for his preaching, and you get the immense benefit in your spiritual life in this way. And also we accept electronic things. This is separate, it's not for the books, it's just for Maharaj. Thank you.
Okay, so please, everyone enthusiastically come up and get your prasadam and buy your books. Okay? And if you buy these books today, if you buy these books today, if you like, I'll sign your books. Okay, Bolo. How are they going to come and get this prasadam? How can they come and get the prasadam? No, but how are the people going to come?
They'll come.
How do they get up here?
Maybe you can get it from your.
Okay, you can get up here.
And then take it.
Okay.
Jump off the.
Okay, somehow or other. Okay, let's go. Bolo. Where's that microphone I had? Give him the good microphone. This other one's stupid. Okay, everybody come. Everybody come and get prasadam and buy books. They don't understand. I thought they understand English. Hello!
Come.
Everybody please stand up, come and get prasadam and get books.
And you start singing.
Thank you, Maharaj, for the wonderful lecture.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for listening.
Come.
Krishnananda Prabhu, can you get these people moving? Hare Krishna.
Nityananda Ashtakam by Vrindavan Das Thakur. Sharat Chandra Bhrantim.
Where do I know you from? I know you.
I am Jaydeep's father.
Jaydeep's
father. Jaydeep. Jay's father.
Our friend.
Please come.
Rasanamakaram swajanagana sarvasvamatulam tadiyaika prana prabhita vasudha janavapati sada premo madam paramaviditam mandamanasam vaje nityanandam bhajanatadukandam niravadi Sachi suno preshtam nikhila jagadisha sukhamayam kalau majja jiva dharana karuno
Thank you very much, sir. Hare Krishna.
Rakyananda vabhajaladi garvo natiharam
Thank you.
Bhaje nityanandam bhajanatarukantam niravadi Aye brata nilam kalikaushinilam kindu bhavita Katha prayaschitam rajayatanaya sataime Rajanti tvametam
Thank you very much.
Bhagavata mantrayatiyo Bhaje nityanandam bhajanatarukantam niravadi Yateshtam ne brata guru
Dhanyavad.
haridvana maninam Tato va samsaram buddhitarnadayo mahilake Idam bahu spurtaryatatiratanya Bhaje nityanandam bhajanatarukantam niravadi Balat samsaram bodhidihana kumbho bhavamaho Satam shreya sindhu nati kumuda bandhum sumudhitam Kalashreni sujiti mirahara surya prabhamaham Bhaje nityanandam bhajanatarukantam niravadi Nakantam gayantam hari anuvadantam pati pati Vrajantam
some water?
pashyantam swamabhinadayantam janaganam Prakurvantam
Where are you gonna pour it?
santam sakuranam
Oh, no, I don't want it in there.
prakalana Bhaje nityanandam Nandam Bhajan Taru Kandam Niravadi.
Thank you very much, sir.
Subhikmanam Bhatu Karashari Ramko Malatara.
Okay, look, just speak a little bit. I'll just rub my hands together.
Ramantam Madhuryayahamagayantam Purajana Bhaje Nityanandam Bhajana Tarukandam Niravadi Rasana
This is for the children.
Madharam Rasika
Afterwards.
Vaishnavadanam Rasagaram Saram Padidakadita.
See if there are any books to sign.
Param Nityananda
Then you want to ask question.
Purvam Padati.
I can't hear. Afterwards.
Tasya Hridaya Bhaje Nityanandam Bhajana Tarukandam Niravadi.
Huh?
We got some.
Okay.
Translation of this bhajan. First paragraph. I pray to Lord Nityananda, who is the source of devotion. He walks gracefully like a majestic elephant and shines with pure beauty like the full autumn moon. Though he is absolute truth, he is filled with deep love for Lord Hari. In divine joy, his smile carries a stick like a coward boy and destroy the evil power of Kali age.
Translation of second paragraph. I perpetually worship Sri Nityananda Prabhu, the root of the Krishna Bhakti tree.
Or you can
who is
dry
the
this and put it
mainstay of
away.
all the rasas, who is everything to his devotees, who is beyond compare, who is the master of both
Here.
Vasudha and Janava Devi, who consider him more dear than their own lives, who is always maddened in Krishna Prem, and who is unknown only to those of meager intelligence.
Third, I perpetually worship Sri Nityananda Prabhu, the root of Krishna Bhakti tree, who is very dear to Sri Sachinandan, who is worshipped by entire universe, who is the embodiment
Did you get a
of
photograph of the
happiness,
group
who possesses infinite mercy of Dharma, the soul who are dorming in the age of Kali, and who by the performance Sri Harinam Sankirtan serves the procession's false pride of the ocean of repeated birth and death.
Translation of fourth.
I'll come to you.
I perpetually worship Sri Nityananda Prabhu, the root of the Krishna Bhakti tree, who said to Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Hey brother Gauranga, what will be the destination of the sinful souls of Kali Yuga? And how will they be ready-made? Please devise a method by which they will easily attain you.
Translation of verse 5. I perpetually worship Sri Nityananda Prabhu, the root of the Krishna Bhakti tree, who wandered around Bengal and approaching the door of each and every home, threw upon his arms and exclaimed, O brothers, all of you should eternally perform Sri Harinam Sankirtan together. By doing so, I will take the responsibility to deliver you all from the ocean of material existence.
Translation of sixth paragraph. I eternally worship Sri Nityananda Prabhu, the root of Krishna Bhakti tree, who is the Agastya Muni, who fabrically swallows the ocean of repeated birth and death, who is full moon, which increases the ocean of the saintly person's welfare, and who is a sun, which dissipates the darkness of ignorance cast by the various classes of miscreants. Translation of the seventh verse. I eternally worship Sri Nityananda Prabhu, the root of the tree of Krishna Bhakti, who wandered on every path in Bengal, dancing, singing, and calling Haribol Haribol, and lovingly bestowed merciful, sidelong glances upon those who were not compassionate to even their own selves.
Translation of 8th verse.
I eternally worship Sri Nityananda Prabhu, the root of Krishna Bhakti tree, who held the supremely lotus hand of his brother Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, whose heart became filled with the highest bliss when the two brothers gazed into each other's faces and who wandered here and there, delighting the townspeople with his sweetness.
May Sri Nityanand Prabhu place his lotus feet in the heart of one who is lovingly recites the unprecedented Nityanand Ashtaka, which is the reservoir of rasa, the great treasure of the most excellent of Rasika Vaishnavas and the storehouse of the essence of Bhakti Rasa. The Ashtaka is sung by in the melody known as Shikarini. Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Nityananda Prabhu ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande, Hare Hare Prabhu. Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vastaya Pradesh, Mantra Sasvade, Vigana Channel, Shisha Suni, what the best it is to. Another book. Have you been reading your Leelamrita? Very good.
Next Srimad Bhagavatam.
Yeah.
Srimad Bhagavatam. Pura said,
We read regularly.
We read daily.
Prabhuji,
Yes, ma'am.
can I ask something?
Okay.
If someone has sowed a seed of
If someone has what?
like a seed of Krishna consciousness in us with love and showed us a path to learn more about Krishna from Prabhupada's Guru or others, gurus who has experienced Krishna and written their books to read more about Krishna, can we consider them as a guru now?
After this.
If
Like they more give us, as we know, first way to reach Krishna is to read more books written by the Prabhupada ji to more elevate ourselves. But somebody is there to teach us.
as long as it's in connection with Srila Prabhupada, yes.
Sorry?
As long as it's in connection with Srila Prabhupada, yes.
Okay, got it. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Madam.
Hare Krishna.
Okay.
So they want you to give to children some.
Oh, yes, yes. Very good.
Slok number 1. Slok number 2. Slok number 10. 4 5 6
Keep practicing.
7 8 9 10 11 12 Tero, come, Tero. 14 15
The children's English is quite good, don't you think?
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Thank you so much.
Okay, another book to sign. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. You're late. Okay. Who's this written by?
This is Prabhupada book? Yeah, it's his content.
Juta Karma Archita Dravida. Assembled by. So I assume they're giving instructions of
Dravida
Prabhupada.
Prabhu is good, right?
Yeah.
Book distributor.
Dravida?
No?
No.
Oh, Drumila.
Yeah, Drumila.
Okay, laptop. Yeah. But say goodbye in Russian. До свидания. Good. Very nice.
Hare Krishna.
I should have said paka.
Huh?
Paka paka.
Paka paka. Paka paka.
Paka. That's way too casual.
Paka paka.
Hare Krishna.
Haribo.
Thank you very much, sir. Hare Krishna.
Real householder.
What was that? Pata pata? What does that mean?